Let me ask you something. Have you ever been scrolling through your social media feed and you come across that someone doing that infamous duck face selfie? You know, the pose where, people pucker up their lips like they just stumbled upon a lemon tree in the Sahara desert. Yeah. Let me tell you, when I see somebody doing that infamous duck face, my immediate instinct is to give them bread. Yeah, I said it, bread. I want to reach into my pocket and pull out a loaf of bread and just throw it to them. But yeah, not just any bread, my friends. I'm talking about a whole assortment of breads. I'm talking about a whole assortment of breads. of breads. Can you imagine the looks on their faces? They'd be like, wait, what? Why are you giving me bread? I'm not a duck. And I'd be like, well, you are doing a great impersonation. Might as well get the full experience, right? Imagine the confusion on their faces when they strike a pose and suddenly a French baguette comes bonking them on the head. Hey, bread for your beak, my friend. And they'd be like, what? And when they think it can't get any weirder, a pita bread comes soaring in. They'll be looking for shelter, thinking, is this the gluten apocalypse? Seriously, though. Can we talk a little more about the duck face epidemic? All I can say is, if you're gonna take a selfie, let's leave the waterfowl impersonations to the actual ducks. Because, yeah, when we're talking about duck face selfies, if you don't know what I'm talking about that irresistible urge to pucker up your lips like you're auditioning for a role in Donald Duck, the musical. It's like we've collectively decided that the key to looking attractive, yes, is resembling a confused waterfowl. But here's the thing, my friends. I've been doing some research, and it turns out ducks don't even have lips. Yeah, you heard me right. They have bills. When did we go from saying cheese to quack? And don't even get me started on the duck lips peace sign combo. Or shit. Yeah. It's like every time I scroll through my social media feed, I'm trapped in a virtual pond of wannabe ducks. Yeah. I was thinking about how we're all stuck at home these days. And I realize it's like we're all in a giant time out. And let me tell you, I'm not happy about it. I mean, I'm a grown-ass adult and I'm still getting time out? What the hell, man? What the hell, man? But the thing is, we're all stuck at home, right? And I'm trying to think of ways to keep ourselves entertained. Let me tell you, I've tried everything. I've tried watching Netflix, but I just couldn't take it anymore. I feel like I've seen everything at this point in time. And don't even get me started on cooking. I'm no chef, but I'm pretty sure I made all the recipes on the web at this point. I've made cakes that look like rocks. I've made soufflés that look like science experiments. And I'm not even talking about the time I tried to make bread. I don't know what I did wrong, but the bread I made during the lockdown looked like something that crawled out of a swamp. But, you know the worst part? You know what the worst part is? The worst part is the Zoom calls. The Zoom call. Oh my God, the Zoom calls. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've never felt so self-conscious in all my life. It's like every time I'm on a Zoom call, I'm convinced everyone can see my double chin and my unibrow. But don't even get me started on the background. I don't know what's the worst. The people with the virtual backgrounds or the people with the real backgrounds. But I've seen everything at this time. I've seen people on Zoom calls with their laundry in the background, with their children running around, and even the pets joining in on the call. It's like, hey, can we just focus on the meeting for a second? Shoot! But, you know what? We're all in this together. And we're all trying to make the best out of it. So, raise our glasses, or mugs, or our bread, or whatever the hell we're consuming. And let's just toast to making it through this crazy year. Cheers, everybody. Let's just cheers, everybody. Boy, do I have a bone to pick with corrupt politicians. It's like every time you turn on the news these days, there's another politician caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Or should I say, their hand in the taxpayers' pockets. These politicians are like a bunch of greedy toddlers, always looking for more candy and never satisfied with what they have. They promise the moon and stars to get elected, but as soon as they're in office, they start lining their pockets and selling out their constituents faster than you can say impeachment. Wait, should we see this? There's actually a duck right here. I'm doing political material, but there's also nature. Hey. And let's not forget the excuses the politicians come up with when they get caught. Oh, it was a misunderstanding. Or, oh, I did not know it was illegal. Give me a break! If these guys were more any full of crap, they'd be constipated. I mean, let's be real. Politics is a circus. It's a group of clowns trying to fit in a one tiny car. And except the car is the government. And they're all fighting over the driver's seat. Thanks for nothing, buddy, is me to the politician. You know what's even worse than politicians? The political ads. Yes, it's like these annoying pop-up ads you get on your computer. And except they're on TV for weeks. And the best part is, they say the same thing. Oh, I'm not like those other guys. Yeah, right. They're all the same. They're all different flavors of ice cream. Or they're all like different, except they taste like garbage. And the worst infomercials ever. Vote for me. I'll give you a free set of steak knives. Yeah, right. Yeah, the only thing you're giving me, or giving us, is a headache. They're like a bunch of vultures. Sorry. It's not a vulture, but I didn't know. Just waiting for a story to die so they can pick up its bones. And they're always having an agenda. It's like they're playing a game of chess, and we're all the pawns. And let's talk about how media broadcasts are political debates. Should we just check in on what's going on? They're like watching two toddlers argue over a toy. I want it. No, I want it. And they never answer the questions. It's like they're speaking a different language, except nobody is called politician, or nobody not called politician actually understands it. And let's not forget the scandals, from the sex scandals to the bribery scandals, it's to embezzlement scandals. It's like these politicians have never-ending supply of ways they're supposed to be supporting their constituents and end up screwing, or ways to screw over the people they're supposed to be serving. It's like they're playing a game of who can be the most corrupt. And the winner gets a free trip to jail. And have you noticed how politicians have always seemed to have the perfect soundbite? It's like they have a team of writers behind them crafting the perfect phrase. Have you heard a politician stutter? They're like human teleprompters. Meanwhile, I can barely put together a coherent sentence without stumbling over my own words. Like, yes, without stumbling over my own words. Yes, I can hardly put together a coherent sentence without stumbling over my own words. But you know what really gets me angry? The fact politicians never answer a question. It's like a game of political dodgeball. Mr. Politician, what's your stance on healthcare reform? Well, I'm glad you asked that, because let me tell you about my plan for education. Wait, what? That's not even the same topic, you bastard! But you know what the saddest part is? We keep voting for these clowns. It's like we're at a circus, which we can't decide which performer we want to see next. Oh yes, the trapeze artist. Oh, do we want to see the trapeze artist? Do the lion tamer or the politician with the fake orange tan and a weird hairdo? And then we wonder why nothing ever gets done. Ever. But in seriousness, we need to start holding our politicians accountable. We need to demand transparency and honesty from our leaders. And if they can't deliver, we need to kick them to the curb and find somebody who can. So here's my message to all corrupt politicians out there. We see you, we know what you're up to, and we're not going to take it anymore. So, put down the cookies, stop lining your pockets, stop lining your pockets, and actually serve the people who put you in office. Or, better yet, just resign and save us all the trouble. But you know what? Despite all this, I still have hope. Hope that one day our politicians will actually care about the people who they represent. Hope that we'll stop being so divided and start, hope we'll stop being so divided and start working together, and hope we'll finally realize that we're all in this together. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Good night. Donald Trump? Wait, did somebody just say Donald Trump?